What's up, Bucs Nation? Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Where you guys at, man? Let's chat about this game. 2-0. 2-0. We knew we were going to win, right? We knew it. We all talked about it. Everybody picked the Bucs to win. Every single person. We got a long list. What's up? Ow! Long list of people. Everybody picked the Bucs to win. I think it was Rampage that came closest. Is that correct? Is that what I said? 27-20? Yeah, I think he was the closest. It was actually a tie between him and Bucs Ray Bolts. Bucs Ray Bolts said 30-17. He got the 17 right for the Bears. Rampage got the 27 right for the Bucs. They both had a differential of 3. I know, Al, you said it was going to rain. What happened? It didn't rain. I was like, man, it looked like a nice day. 89 degrees, a little bit of wind, not too bad. Humidity wasn't too awful. I'm not going to lie, the game was a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be. The Buccaneers played a good game, but I thought the Bears did well considering, they ended up with, right at the end, with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left, they got the ball. They were down by 3 points, and they got the ball on their it was about 7.5 yard line. Great punt by Camarda, too. And at that point, I was sitting there going, oh, man. They could legitimately drive the ball down the field and score a touchdown and win if we didn't stop them. But then Shaq got that pick six. Oh, that was beautiful. Did you see after the game, Levante David was interviewed in the locker room, and he said, yeah, they ran that formation. We knew what was coming. Shaq did a great play, got the pick. It had I think it was Greg Allman that put it on Twitter, and it had like 1.3 million views already. Chicago fans are not happy. Not happy. You check like 10 minutes pregame and weather.com said it was 100% precipitation. Modern weather has gotten better at forecasting, but it's still not perfect. I mean, when I say it's gotten better, it's gone from like 43% right to about 52% right. I've always said that's got to be the easiest job in the world is to be a weatherman. I'd just get on TV every day and I'd say 50% chance of rain. That's what I do every day. Nate, what's up? Oh, no, you got moved to second shift. Oh, no. Does that mean we're going to have to change the live stream? What would be good for you, man? Or does that mean you're going to be going to bed soon? I'm not going to stay on late this time. Matter of fact, I want to get off of here in about 45 minutes because I got to get ready for the game. Game starts at 7:15. I got to take a shower. So, is that good for everybody? 6:45? Right? That's how I figured, 50% chance of being right every day. That's about where they're at right now anyhow. I remember one newscaster, he was given the weather, and he was saying that there was no chance of snow. And it was snowing outside when he said that. So then the station started making him do the weather report from the roof. Looks like that's how to do it right there. Easiest job in the world, weatherman. All right, Nate. Man, make it as much as you can. We like having you here. Who's my pick for tonight? Oh, the Saints. No doubt about it. Carolina's just a hot mess, I think. Atlanta made pretty easy work of them last week. And that Atlanta-Green Bay game yesterday, man, that thing came down to the wire. That was a close game. Green Bay put up a fight. I tell you, Atlanta's going to be a tough team to beat. Yes, I am unclean, Tom. I'm stinky. It's sweaty in here. Or I'm sweaty. It's hot in here. Defense stepped up, getting more turnovers this week. Yes. Baker was putting the ball in really tight spots while getting hit or hurried. Looked good. 21 Saints, 13 Carolina. Yeah, I'll go with that, Al. Yes, that game yesterday, great game. Got a lot to talk about with it. Mayfield, very impressive, man. I mean, he was under pressure a lot more than I wanted to see, and I'm going to have to look on the tape. It looked to me like Hainsey was having a tough time. And but he was great with getting out of. I mean, guys had him like wrapped up, and he was getting out of it, or he was throwing the ball. He is so shifty. He's deceptively shifty. You know, it's like he can go from being running to playing it and throwing in a heartbeat like that. It's really surprised me at how quick he is. You know, and he's not being like frenzied or frantic. You know, not like the Jameis Winston style. I mean, he's like legitimately getting pressured and, you know, making good decisions while he's under pressure. Unlike Jameis Winston. So, yeah, I was really impressed with Mayfield. He did almost throw that one interception on, I think it was the first drive. So I can't wait to look at all this on game film. I think this game film is going to be great. You know, both sides. I think the defensive pressure we were getting was great. I really want to look at our secondary, too, because it did not look too good. Jamel Dean did not have a great day, I don't think. And somehow, it was scheme-wise, I don't know if the Bears were doing it or if it was just the calls we were making, but we kept ending up with our linebackers on their number ones, and that was just insane. I mean, I saw one touchdown was that away. One big play DJ Moore got against Devin White. You know, Devin White, they blitzed. Devin White had to run a good 15 yards just to get in position. So that was a bad scheme, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm really excited to look at this game film. Let me see. MH, defense stepped up. Yes. I could smell you, Tom. Yes, I've smell-o-vision up in this place. Nate said, I thought Green Bay had Atlanta beat. I know. I did too. I was hoping for it. And my cousin's a big Green Bay fan. She texted me right after that. She was like, I can't believe we lost the Falcons. So I had to make her feel good. I was like, yeah, Falcons are going to be a tough team this year. So they're just going to be one of those teams that it's just going to be hard to beat. They're going to punch you in the mouth the whole game. Steelers, Browns. I know. Browns can't beat the Steelers. Steelers looked like crap last week. Browns looked good. But I guarantee you the Browns are going to show up look like crap tonight. Al says, the thing that has shocked or impressed me is Baker has been able to control his picks. I know. He's made great decisions. Great decisions. Saints 27-13. This is Nate. And Browns 17-13. You think the Browns are going to beat the Steelers, huh? I would say that based on, on paper and what happened last week, but it's the Browns and the Steelers. It's just like the Browns and the Bengals. Browns always beat the Bengals, but then the Steelers always beat the Browns. They got some weird incestuous stuff going on over in that division. The run game yesterday, our run game, it was better than last week as far as yardage and yards per carry, but it wasn't as good in negative plays. I think I counted 6 negative rushing plays we had. Let's see, I had Devin White's information here I wrote down, but he definitely did a lot better. I think he was like 3.4 yards per carry. Last week he was like 2.8 yards per carry. I don't know. We'll get to it. Let me see. Oh, we had that blocked field goal. It's strange. As soon as it happened, I went, oh, there goes our turnover streak. But it wasn't counted as a turnover. I guess as soon as he kicks the ball, as soon as it leaves his foot, it's not considered in our possession any longer. I don't know. I figured it would count as a turnover, but it didn't. But I could have swore the blocked field goal. I knew we were going to get one eventually, but I thought it was going to come from the left side where O'Keefe is just not He's not sticking his arm out aggressive enough for that guy coming around the end, but it came kind of up the middle. It looked like Filer and School right beside each other. The guy got in between them and ended up knocking School backwards and getting through. Nate says, I think Rachaad White silenced a lot of critics Sunday. He didn't have any big breakaway runs, but he made 3 to 4 yard gains out of nothing on a lot of plays. Yes. And we're not getting big runs at all. I think our biggest run this year has been like 12 yards. Let me see. We're 5th in run attempts. The Cowboys, Eagles, Falcons, Ravens, and then it's the Bucs. Now, I know that's a good group to be in. You know, the Cowboys, the Eagles, Falcons, and the Ravens. I mean, those are all run-first teams, and then it's us. That's in run attempts. But we're 17th in yards. We're 28th in yards per carry. A lot of that has to do from last week. Right now we're at 2.9 yards per carry. The only teams that are worse than us in yards per carry are the Texans, who are the worst with 2.5. No, the Texans are worst at 2.5. There's quite a few teams. It's about 3 or 4 teams worse than us in yards per carry. But we're 17th in total yards. We're 14. At 14 yards is the longest we've run. So we're 28th in the league in that. The Vikings have a 9-yard run. The Texans and the Saints are both tied with an 11-yard run. Defensively, we have 8 sacks. We're 4th behind the Cowboys and the Redskins, who have 10. And interceptions, we have 3, and we're tied at 3rd. Yeah, Tucker did not look good. What'd I call him, Yucker? Sean Yucker? Run game needs help. Tucker didn't look good, yes. What's up, Jacko? MH? Glad to see you guys. You need the Aints to lose tonight? I hear you, buddy. You know, this is one of those games where you want both teams to lose somehow, but I would definitely like to see the Saints lose tonight. Don't think it's going to happen, but I would not be mad about it. Nate says, Tucker did not look good. I was hoping he'd steal a goal line touchdown last week. You got him in fantasy? Al says Rachaad was much more north-south this week. Week 1, he was just too indecisive with going through a gap. Yeah, I thought he ran a lot better yesterday. A lot better. I wanted to look on the All-22 and see what his holes looked like. Al said, I'm 6 points behind. I need Jamal Williams on the Saints to get some points tonight. That fantasy football, it'll twist you. Doesn't it suck? I try so hard not to get anybody in our division, any of their players, because I just hate rooting for them. It hurts me. It hurts my soul. Duh, what's up? Rumors about a trade for Cam Akers. I saw that. I'm going to pass on that dude. He's super streaky. Yeah, and I don't know what happened with him at the Rams, but that's a good organization. And if he's getting pissy with them, you know, I'm like, I don't know if I want him here. I mean, we've got Rachaad White, and if Akers is upset because he's not getting the carries he wants, you know, then he's not going to get them here. MH says, Cowboys' run game is struggling. Really? Yeah, Vikings' run game is struggling too. Madison's not doing what he was expected to do. But I think they only ran him like 8 times yesterday. So they were just getting, or what was it, Thursday night, because he was just getting trounced. Philadelphia beating up on the Vikings. I did not watch the Cowboys game yesterday, so I cannot comment on that. MK, what's up? How you going, man? You just dipped out on us Friday. We were all worried about you. We thought maybe you passed out. Ahoy, Bucs fam. Yes, dub. We covered the block punt, yes. Camarda's a great guy, man. He's a great punter. That punt yesterday in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, but right before they got the ball and Shaq Barrett got that interception. That was a great punt, man. I mean, that landed right on the 7 and just like bounced and stopped. Bernie. I really like Camarda. I really like him. I mean, sometimes he'll give us those dogs. He'll give us a 28-yard punt. But generally, he's pretty good. And I know they've told him to stop running down there and tackling guys because of last year, and he was just going crazy with that, running downfield, tackling guys. Oh, since Camarda recovered it, it wasn't a turnover. Good point. Good point. Didn't even think about that. Yes, good point. Good point. Shout out to Shaq Barrett. Yes, I had to give him the game ball yesterday in my instant reaction video. Technically, Mike Evans should get it. Hell of a game by Mike Evans. I mean, that was a great game. Kind of like the Carolina game last year. He scored 2 touchdowns, was just getting, or 3 touchdowns, was just getting those bombs all game. He had a great game. And then that one run he had, a 70-yard catch. He ran for 50 yards. I didn't realize he ran that far, but he ran all the way across the field. So what is the field? That's like 50 yards. So that was like 100-yard runs. But you could tell he was dead tired. And he had 3 guys chasing him. I knew they were going to get him. I mean, he's just not fast. Matter of fact, on the what's it called, where they chart the speeds and stuff, he was at 20.98 miles per hour. He's like 18th out of 20 fastest runners this year so far. I was like, I'm surprised he ran that fast. Mike is just not a runner. Not a runner. Let me see. Mike Evans. I had some stuff I want to talk to about him. Yes. Yeah, he's number 1. Next gen stats on what they call incredible yaks. He had on that catch he had, the 70-yard catch, he was expected to get a yard after the catch of 8 yards. He ended up getting 50. 50. So he's number 1 on next gen stats for incredible. Just being incredible. Strange thing with him, he only played 43 snaps, 61%. Otten played more than him, 97% of the snaps. Godwin had 75% of the snaps, and Rachaad White had 72% of the snaps. Same thing with Shaq Barrett. I don't know if Bowles is doing this because of age, but Shaq Barrett he had less than 50% of the snaps, which was unusual. Barrett and Tryon both had 53% of the snaps. So they took 28 defensive snaps. Ryan Neal had 100% of the snaps. That was unusual. McCollum had 100%. That was strange. Levante David, Devin White, and Winfield all had 100%. That's normal. Yaya Diaby had 43% of the snaps at 22 snaps. And Anthony Nelson had 45% of the snaps at 24 snaps. So it looks like they're rotating the outside linebackers a lot. It wasn't that hot there either. I don't know why they were doing that. I don't know if that's something I want to see going forward or not. But taking Shaq Barrett off the field, only having him on the field half the time, I don't know. It's not a big fan of that. And then half of that time, they're dropping him back in coverage. So I don't know. But hey, the Bowles is doing great. I'm not going to second guess him. Not until we lose. And then I'm going to be like, see, I told you. All right, I'm falling behind in the chat here. Shout out to Shaq Barrett. Yes, sir. Yeah, I had to give him the game ball, man, for his good game. And, mainly because of his daughter. Hit the like button. Yes, sir. Dub, yeah, you're the same with the NFC South players. I just can't pick them up. I was so happy when McCaffrey went to the 49ers because I had him and he was one of my keepers. I was like, oh, now I can cheer for him. Camarda had a 60-plus punt yesterday, too. Yeah, man, he's a great punter. Jacko says, give Tucker some time. He'll be okay. Yeah, you got to give it. These rookies. Molly likes him. And Molly's got a good eye for talent. Dub said he was winded for Evans. Clack, there he is. What's up? Missed you last Friday, man, last week. I saw you put a comment in there saying you caught the live stream on replay though. That's good. We didn't do a therapy session Friday. That was a long one. We got through all that Bears film now. Diaby looks like a pro wrestler with those arms. I know, right? He so reminds me of JPP. You know, JPP's arms weren't that big, but they wear their uniforms the same, so it makes their arms look the same, and the way he stands and the way he plays too. Very much reminds me. Very, very aggressive and chaotic out there. Can't wait to see him on film. We get more snaps out of him. Tom says, lots of depth at outside linebacker. Everyone's going to get minutes. It's just tough for me to see Shaq Barrett with, just barely over 50% of the snaps. That's my boy. Sounds like Bowles getting ready for primetime with those Eagles. Hope. Yeah, that's a good point, Clack. Might be conserving everybody. So I think we got Monday and Tuesday off, and then we're practicing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Or maybe it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. I know he's giving them an extra day off. Al Bundy says, pretty sure outside cornerback safeties and inside linebackers get 100% unless they are injured. Yeah, but I figured Zion they wouldn't keep out there 100% of the time. I figured they'd throw somebody else in just to give them some reps. CMC is a stud, I know. He gets me points every time when he's not injured. I killed it in fantasy football. I had Mike Evans, CMC, not Justin Fields, quarterback for Philadelphia, the kicker for Philadelphia, TJ Hawkinson from Minnesota. I killed it. I got 150 points in a half PPR league with I've got somebody else playing tonight. I can't remember, but the guy I was playing only scored 103 points total, so I've got it. We need Young. What's up? Young hustler. We need quarterbacks with awareness. Yeah, Jamal Dean did not have a good game. I don't think. We're going to have to look at the All-22, but it looks like he had a lot of failed coverage, man. JPP was a beast. He really was. He played his whole last year with us with that torn rotator cuff out there. Just played. He couldn't even move his arm, but he was still out there playing. That was incredible. He played through a lot of pain. Imagine if Clancy can play against the Eagles. That'd be huge, yeah. He and Vita are menacing. Yeah, the little bit I've seen from Clancy, I've been impressed with him. I thought that was Leonard Fournette, number 7, with that interception. I know. Young, I can't stand those number changes. I can't stand it. Because I do that all the time. I'm like, why are there 3 quarterbacks on the field? It's just like, I've been watching football my whole life, and now they're changing the numbers. I mean, why? The 0 doesn't bother me so much. But when you've got linebackers with 7s, 8s, and 9s, it really, really throws me. Or cornerbacks with 1s. Leonard Fournette getting interceptions and running it back. Zion was awesome. Zion did have a good game, it looked like. We'll see on tape. That one interception he had, man, that was a great interception. And that's the thing about him. He's aggressive. He's an aggressive cornerback. And, I thought he had that, but then when they played it back, that the Bears guy was able to get his arm up in there and just knock it loose a little bit. MK was sitting at his kitchen table when Mike Evans got that deep run, and I jumped up and hit my line above the table and almost knocked it down. Yeah, I was running in place. I was like, I'm going to jog with Mike. I was running in place. Jim, what's up? Victory Monday. Yes, sir. MH, you don't like the numbers either. Good. Yeah. I don't understand why they did it. It's been this way for 100 years. Then they go and change it. I don't know why. I don't mind them adding 0. But it's so easy, especially watching game film, to be able to just quickly look and see what a number is from opposing teams, because I don't know everybody on the teams. And just I could tell what position they play. You know? But you can't do that anymore. And it's one thing I hated about the Buccaneers' old jerseys, the alarm clock ones. Man, I tell you what, they were so hard to read on game film. It drove me crazy. Al says, my teams are loaded with Jags. One team I have, T. Lawrence, Eaton, Calvin Ridley. Dang, you got the whole Jaguars team. None of them did good, all like single-digit points. You got destroyed. Oh, yeah, man. I did that with the Buccaneers 2 years ago. I had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, our kicker, our defense, and Leonard Fournette. My whole team was Buccaneers. And I was going to get Tom Brady. And if I would have got Tom Brady that year, I would have just destroyed fantasy football. But guess who got Tom Brady? Molly. She was in my league that year, and she knew I was going for Tom Brady, so she got him. I was so mad. I mean, I was legitimately upset with her. Yeah. She's awesome, man. Young Hustler says that new safety we got next to Winfield sucks. He got lost every week and ran over. Man, I tell you, I didn't watch him this against the Bears as much. I didn't see as many mistakes, but against week 1 of the Vikings, we watched the all 22. Oh my God, he was horrible. He didn't know where he was supposed to be at times. It was like he was on an apprenticeship program a couple times. He was like following Dean in the routes in man coverage. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't think he's learned the playbook yet. Zion was a twin. You think we're going to beat them Eagles? Well, you're Mr. Optimism anyhow. We need you. We're all pessimistic over here. I think we all think the Eagles are going to lose. Rampage won the score pick last week. It was a tie between him and Bucs Rays Bolts. Neither one of them are in the chat. But Al, you were close, man. You said 2014. MH, you went 17-14. Oh, you were 24-14 until you changed it based on the rain. Both of y'all picked on the rain. And it did rain. And weather people, man. Okay, you were 35-14. I picked 28-17. Oh, no, I was closest. Holy crap. I picked 28-17. I was only 1 point off. Look. Right there at the bottom. Right there. 28-17. Man, I didn't even look at my own score. I'm going to take that trophy away from Rampage. Zion's twin brother plays the Eagles. Is that for it? Wait. His twin brother plays the Eagles. I think there's a joke there I'm not getting. Al Bundy says, I didn't intentionally grab the Jags. They were just there when it was my turn to pick. Oh, yeah. No. Not good job, Molly, stealing Brady. I'll tell you, I was upset. Love, what's up, man? Love says, remember what I said a few weeks ago? Kalijah Kancey is a main key for the Bucs defense to run on all cylinders. We'll see. Do we have a timetable for him returning? Young Hustler says, I think we're going to win a lot of games because of our punter. He's a beast. He is a beast. Actually, during the offseason, I wanted to do a video on him because, I mean, he is a quiet weapon that nobody's paying attention to in the league. Nate says, I'm a fan of dudes wearing 0, but I don't mind the single-digit defensive ends and running backs. Like Dion said, who wants to be a 0? There's a psychological thing, too. When you wear higher numbers, they say you play better. There's like science behind that. It's weird. Yeah, you guessed 27-21 for non-rainy day. Yep, that's what. Yep. Bumped it down to 2014 because it was going to rain. MK says, keep that like button going. Yes, sir. Man, ignore the people thinking the Eagles will win. People think we'll get the number 1 pick, and we're 2-0 right now. Don't listen to the people who barely pay attention to us. That's true, man. That is true. Yeah, it was a pretty good guess on my part. 28-17. It surprised me. I surprised myself. I think I'm awesome, and I surprised myself. It does look like I put it in. Oh, at the bottom, I know. That's a man. Yeah, see, that's why I can't take credit. But we could go back and look in the chat, right? Chat says we're looking we'd have to listen to the chat. I'm going to have to pull that clip out, Al, to go through all this trouble. Nate asked, would you guys agree that the Eagles are our biggest rivals outside of the division? I tell you, they were during the 2000s. Now I would have to say it's the Rams, but I think we might be going back to the Eagles. Although the Rams are looking good this year. It's like the late 90s, it was definitely the Eagles. And then it was the Rams. So the Eagles-Rams. I would go Eagles-Rams. Equal. But yeah, I hate the Eagles. I love beating up on the Eagles. Their fans suck too. What's up, Uncle Toasty? We had a 4-game win streak on them birds. Oh, that's right. Yeah, good point. Good point. They want revenge too. They want revenge for that knocking them off of the playoffs. Okay, 24-21 Bucs. He's coming in early. Early with the score predictions. It's like a week and a half away. A week away. I think that kicker will get us the game-winning kick. Might be an ugly win, but we got to take each game by one at a time. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. If it's not going to be a close, it's because they're beating the crap out of us. Young Hustler says 24-17, Buccaneers beat Eagles. And Winfield is Buccaneers' best player. Ooh, coming in strong with the Winfield love. I tell you, man, he's a great player. The amazing thing about Winfield that just surprised the hell out of me was the first game I saw him on All 22, I thought he was a veteran. I mean, he just played everything so good. You just don't see rookies come in. I mean, I understand his dad coached him up probably since he was an infant, but you just don't see rookies come in, especially at the safety position, and play that well, play like a veteran right off the bat. Okay, I'm gonna start writing these predictions down. Okay, 24-21 Bucs. We are going to knock this one off early tonight. 6:45 is our goal because I have to take a shower and watch the games. Somebody else picked, and I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Oh, Young Hustler, 24-17. 24-17 Bucs. Man, everybody's got the Bucs fever here. I like it. I know, I'm going to have to put my guess at the middle of the list. But then, I could still cheat. I could still, rewrite the list. Oh, Nate thinks the Packers. Eagles and us, yeah. Eagles and then the Packers, huh? Z, what's up? I'm going to start naming you, Molly told me to start calling you Pooh Bear to see if you're the real Xi Jinping. If you get mad, we know you're the real G. Nate says, it's some epic battles in the late 90s, early 2000. Yes. Let Philly fill up their own stadium. Not worth it. You know what? That brings me to a point. There was too many Bears at that game yesterday. Buck fans, we've got to fill up that stadium. Don't let the Bears get them tickets. At one point, even the announcer were pointing out that the Bears were chanting while our offense was on the field, screaming defense. Worse is your best Bucs pick. All right, Hal. Can't ever go wrong with a good, solid offensive lineman, I tell you. They may not be sexy, but they are vital. Tom says, if we give the ball to Hurts with a little over 2 minutes left, I doubt the result will be the same. Yeah, I know, right? Justin Fields is not Hurts for sure. Okay, whatever Mike Evans' pregame ritual is so far, let him do it again. We need all of our skill players to ball out. Defense needs to keep up with the turnovers. Yes. Young Hustler says Winfield's going to get 2 interceptions or a sack and 1 interception. He had a great strip sack fumble week 1. He came in on a blitz yesterday, if I do recall, and almost did the same thing. Otten played so much better than Keefe. Yeah, true enough. I didn't even see, Keefe didn't really make an impact yesterday. And Devin White was kind of absent too. I noticed, it looked like in the first half, they were playing both linebackers, Levante and Devin, as kind of spies. It was very interesting. So they didn't really get involved a whole lot. It's going to be interesting to look at it on tape, though. What's up, Raul? We in here celebrating our Victory Monday. We're going to knock it off early tonight. Try to get out of here about 6:45, probably 6:50, 6:55. But I got to take a shower and get ready for the game. MK says, got to do what we do, play like we play, stay confident, stay trust. The Bucs fans in the stadium needs to be loud on defense. Yes. Yeah, we got to make a lot of noise Monday night, man. Love says there's about 20 people watching. Can we all show love and hit the like button? Come on, man. Yeah, what are we doing with the like button? When we get 67 likes in the live stream, MK's got to get his Gedeke jersey. He's going to get a Gedeke jersey when we hit 67 likes on the live stream. Otten, Raul loves the intensity and purpose he runs with after the catch. Yeah, he's a big guy. I mean, he's putting both hands on the ball and tucking it and running people over. I like that too. Chase Edmonds had a sprained ACL in his knee. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Let's see, go through some notes here real quick. Mahomes restructured his contract. This is not Bucs stuff, but so he's getting $210.6 million guaranteed through 2026. What? That's incredible. That's incredible. I mean, his contract was originally incredible, but this is just not. I don't know how that team can survive with contracts like that, but. Yeah, I did say we're 4th in sacks. We got 8 sacks. Cowboys and Redskins are tied with 10 in the number 1 spot. 89, David Wells, he did have that fumble. So we had that blocked punt or blocked kick, and 89, Wells did fumble it, but both of them were recovered by Buccaneers. So that's why we do not have any turnovers. That was a nice, Bears guy punched it out. Hainsey did not have a good day, it looked like. I said, I think I've already covered everything, yeah. Oh, yeah, Ronald Jones was cut by the Cowboys today. How about that? Young Holster says we need to trade for a veteran cornerback. Who do you think is available in a trade? Man, I do not know. I would have to look. I don't know. And, the cornerback position is a really weird one anymore. It's kind of like linebackers. They're just kind of afterthoughts on teams anymore. We used to have shutdown corners. I can't remember the last time there was shutdown corners. There's good corners out there, but they're few and far between. And linebackers, I mean, good grief. Nobody talks about linebackers anymore. They're not getting paid big money. Teams just aren't investing in them. It's weird. It's weird. how the league has just shifted. Young Hustler, who do you think we should get, veteran cornerback-wise? Ilmage says, I'm going to December home game, probably versus Panthers. Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, not good days, family time. Yeah, true. It's hard enough to squeeze in watching the game, but everybody knows me. I will be quite grumpy at a holiday if I don't get to watch my football. Edmonds is always injured. Yeah. He had that good run yesterday, though. Tom says, I think we need a second tight end. Don't know. I can't make a statement on that just yet. Give us a couple more weeks. See if some of these guys can step it up. I think Otten's doing well. Have I watched any Falcons tape? No. I watched them last year, and I was impressed. And then I think they just really solidified their run game and some on defense. They were playing pretty decent defense last year, especially towards the end of the year. But it seems like this year they've really got their act together, and that's going to be scary. But I have not gotten a chance to watch any Falcons tape yet. Okay, I hope we can get you to 2,000 subscribers before the season ends. Oh, yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. Every single like helps, and obviously every time you subscribe helps. Yeah, like and subscribe. Hainsey had 2 penalties, and Gedeke had 1. Wow. That's what Nate says. I have to go back and look at that. Yeah, Hainsey did not have a good game. He was getting beat up all game. Quarterback pay is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy stupid. I'd stick with the rookies if I had a small market team. Yeah, I think we got to steal with Baker Mayfield. I mean, what are we paying him? $4 million? And he's out there playing like Patrick Mahomes. Not exactly like Patrick Mahomes, but he's shifty, man. He's a lot quicker, and he's making good decisions under pressure. I like that. I love it. He's definitely played a lot better than I thought he was going to play. What's the difference between Cam Newton and Baker Mayfield? Well, definitely towards the end of his career, Cam Newton could not throw the ball. He was absolutely trash. Really, ever since that Super Bowl, he just I felt like gave up on football, realized it wasn't what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a fashionista. Cam was naturally talented. He was big and strong, and he kind of rode on that. And he used to have a pretty good arm. He was never accurate. He was horribly inaccurate. His receivers had to jump and twist and all that good shit for the ball. But towards the end of his career, he couldn't even throw the ball 20 yards. Baker's got an arm. Baker can throw it. He's decently accurate. But Baker's much more shifty. I mean, he's gotten out of so many. I mean, there was at least 4 times where I thought for sure he was sacked yesterday. I don't think we gave up a sack, but he got out of them just by shifting around. It's like trying to catch a mouse. Give Izzy some time. He has 2 picks in 2 games already. He's really impressed me. I understand what Bowles sees in him now. I didn't previously, but got to give Bowles credit for that one. Okay, says, I liked Rojo in the beginning, but I eventually stopped liking him. He seemed such a baby about his situation. Like my guy, I'd switch situations with you so quick. I know, right? These guys, you hear them complaining about stuff, and you're like, dude, man, you're like living every dude's dream. Hush up. Yeah, I was a big Rojo fan at first, too, and then soured on him pretty quick. Ilmage thinks Mike is going to change it. Yep, probably. Inside linebackers is like the running backer. Yeah, I know. Now it's crazy. I mean, the linebackers used to be like the core of the defense. They were the guys, everybody, the Urlachers, the not Ray Rice, the other guy, Derek Brooks. Every team had their linebackers. Kuechly. Is my guy? Well, Dallas runs a 4-3, right? I'm not sure. Young Hustler says we need a veteran cornerback that's going to remind our cornerbacks turn their heads around. They're always in position, but look the opposite way. Yeah, it can be quite aggravating. You know, it's one of the things I liked about Zion. Is, you know, he'll undercut those guys and go for that ball. He's not chasing after the receiver with his head turned. If Baker remains solid this year and is a top 15 quarterback, what do you think he will demand in salary next year? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, he's a down-to-earth guy. I think he knows one good year isn't going to get him a huge contract. I'd like to see, you know, a decent contract with incentives. You know, I mean, we're not going to pay. I mean, you know, we're still in cap hell. We're not going to pay him big money. MK says, I love the daily live stream, man. Love the fact you stay connected to us 100%. MK, I appreciate that, brother. Love all you guys. And girls. Kate, what's up? Long time no see, Kate. You disappeared on us last week. Easy is the best surprise, he says. Yes. Yes. Kate, you picked 21-6 Buccaneers on this game. Rampage ended up winning it 27-20. I actually won it. We figured it out. I had picked 28-17, but I'm not gonna take it from Rampage either. I had written it at the very bottom right here. See? And we don't want everybody to think I cheated, but we're going to go back and look. I'm going to pull the clip out from the show where I had verbally said 28-17. Happy Victory Monday, everybody. Yes. Ray Lewis. Yes. Luke Kuechly. Yes. Yeah. Wait. I mean, you don't hear any linebackers anymore. Not the inside linebackers. They're mostly 4-3. Okay, that's what I thought with Dallas. But they switch it up. Linebackers and running backs are the losers in the end. Yes, they are. Which is a shame. Shame, especially running back position. I hate that they're just getting shafted anymore. It'll be addressed in the new CBA, I bet. You kind of figured this was going to happen with the last CBA because running backs don't last long, you know, and they come into the league and they get these 5-year contracts or 4 years with the 5th-year option. You're thinking the running backs ain't going to last that long, so they're not going to get the big paydays. Right? Yeah, Baker will go get that fumble. Cam will sit back and watch. Yeah, yep. When he did that in the Super Bowl, I was embarrassed for him. When Cam Newton, jumped back from that fumble because he didn't want to get hurt, I guess. Yeah. RG3 did the same thing. It was against Seattle, I want to say, in the playoffs. Yeah, Rampage. I don't think he's going to show up tonight, but he sent me a message. He was taking the victory lap. Sorry to hear that, Kate. Health wasn't doing so good. Hope it's nothing serious. Hope it was just a little Little bug. Got to keep that health up, man. Health is very important. Took me till later in life to figure that out. Without health, everything else is kind of secondary. MK, if we can win this game against the Eagles, that's going to be the biggest confidence booster we can have. I know. I mean, it's going to shock everybody. I mean, I think nationally, nobody's going to pick the Bucs. So, you know, and I'm going to struggle with it, but I think I'm going to pick them. I think I'm going to pick the Bucs. But it's going to be a tough game, man. I can't. We're going to look at the Eagles all 22 later in the week here. That's going to be fun. We barely pass rushed. The whole defensive line was in spy. We need to do Eagles the same way. Good point. I tell you what, if we barely pass rushed, if our defensive line was spying and our linebackers were spying, and we still got that much pressure, we're a good team. LMH says 24-27 Bucs. Dang, everybody's picking the Bucs. Man, we got all kinds of confidence in here. Where's that Bears fan who was trolling in the chat? I know, right? You know he ain't going to come back. Nate says Hurts is a much better thrower than Fields, yes. And Devontae Smith is a much better wideout than Moore. Yeah, they're all around better team. Especially defensively. You know, it's weird. They don't have like superstars, but it's like everybody all the way across the board is better than average. You know. Yeah, playoff hopes will definitely be alive if we win this. For sure. Kate says, if we win next week, they'll be saying the Eagles were never good. Jalen Hurts a bad quarterback. You're right. You're 100% right. They never give the Bucs credit. Ever. I mean, when we won the Super Bowl the first time, they said, oh, it's because John Gruden knew the game plan. He knew the plays, right? And then when we won against Kansas City Chiefs, oh, it's because the Chiefs' offensive line was hurt, you know? You're like, what? Why can't it just be because we're awesome? We know the truth here, though. We know the truth. That's funny. Antonio Davis, what's up? Shout out to me, Tony, and my wife, Heidi. What's up, Tony? What's up, Heidi? Victory Monday. Yes, sir. We're in here celebrating. We should all be drunk. Let me see. I'm going to go over the news real quick again. Mayfield, good decision, good game, good decision maker. Almost threw that one interception. Other than that, I think he had an outstanding game. Run game had more negative plays Sunday than they did last week, but they had a better yards per average carry. Very strange. Rampage was our pick winner. He picked 27-20 Bucs. Ralph, me, was actually the winner because I picked 28-17, but I'm going to give him the award. Let me see. Dean, we feel, did not have a great game. We're going to look at him on all 22. Dean and Hainsey both kind of had tough games. Bucs are fifth in run attempts. Ahead of us are the Cowboys, Eagles, Falcons, and Ravens. That's a good group to be in because they are all run-first football teams. We're 17th on total yardage. We are 28th in yards per carry, though. We are at 2.9 yards per carry now. The Texans are the worst with 2.5. Texans are a really bad football team stat-wise. I was looking at them. It's like, ugh. 14 yards is our longest run. So it's not too bad. I mean, we're doing consistent positive yardage, just not long yardage. That puts us 28th in the league. The Vikings are the bottom of the league. They have a 9-yard run, and then the Texans and the Saints have 11-yard runs as their longest. We have 8 sacks. That puts us 4th in the league. The Cowboys and Redskins have 10 sacks, so they're tied at first place. We have 3 interceptions, so we're tied at third place. Chase Edmonds is out for 4 to 6 weeks with a sprained MCL in his knee. Mike Evans is number 1 in Next Gen stats in the category of Incredible Yak. He had an expected yak of 8 yards and instead got 50. He was also 14th on the list of fastest players in the league with that run. He got up to 20.98 miles per hour, which was a lot faster than I thought he was, to be honest. He's just a slow-looking runner. So, and Ronald Jones was cut by the Cowboys today. So that's our news. All right, we're going to have to wrap this up, man. It's almost 7 o'clock. The Saints-Panthers games are going to be coming on, and I've got to take a shower. Yes, shout out to Tony and Heidi. Yes, national media thinks Bucs never win games. Only the other teams lose them somehow. Hey, let them underestimate us. Yes, MK, definitely. When we go 12-5, you are getting your shout outs. We will definitely put you on our shoulders and parade you around for at least a week. Kate, yes, I am watching the Saints-Panthers game tonight. For show. I'm not even going to watch the Steelers game until the Panthers game is over with. Normally I do split screen, but I gotta focus on the Panthers and Saints. Okay, smash the like button. Kate says, while we're doing stats as of today, Tampa Baker, ooh, I like that, has the 5th best passer rating in the league. Really? Wow. Go, Baker. Shake and bake. Al says, Jalen Hurts has played less than expected so far, so we have that going for us. Oh, Al. No, I got to go and hunt it down and bring up the clip. I know there will be doubts in somebody's mind. I think the Saints are going to win. I went over? Yeah, I went over by 1 point. This isn't Wheel of Fortune. Or was it Price is Right? Or is that how we're going to do it? Should we do it Price is Right way? Your weatherchannel.com site is saying that it's going to be rain during the Bucs-Eagles game. This far out, I wouldn't trust a word they said. That's for sure. Vita Vea versus Jason Kelce is going to be an awesome matchup Monday night. It's nighttime showers. Okay, yeah. We are not trading Evans. No, MH, we are not. Yeah, I've gone over on time. Yeah, I got to get out here, guys. Not Price is Right rules. Yeah, I don't like those rules anyhow. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody showing up. This is a short one tonight. Kate, I'm glad you're feeling better. MK, I'm glad you're alive. He had us worried there Friday. You just pieced out. Boom, gone. We were all sitting there going, did he pass out from the pain or the medication? MK got his wisdom teeth, all 4 of them taken out Friday. So he showed up in chat and then kind of dipped out. Yeah, I did say 6:45. I know. All right, we got to get out of here. Al, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it, buddy. Brothers, everybody, great victory Monday. I wish we could stay and chat all night, but I've got to shower and eat and watch the game. So MK mouth is swollen. MH is eating solids again. Okay. All right. Everybody. Good. Everybody's doing well. All right. Let's watch this game and let's hope for a tie or both teams losing, Saints and Panthers. If I'd had my druthers, I would rather the Panthers win because I know they're trash and they're not going to be any competition this year. So, Z says, I got your Winnie the Pooh right here. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up. Till next time, go Bucs.